Okay, on to some other big fights on the card. An interesting fight. We have Providence representing in the house with Demetrius and Tocker as well. This is a fight that was made very recently. It's a final eliminator for the IBF featherweight title. And the way the timings work out with this fight is the winner of this fight will face either Josh Warrington or Carl Frampton next for the IBF featherweight title with no excuses. So this is a huge opportunity for both guys. First of all, I'm going to welcome up to say a few words from Providence, Rhode Island, Tocker Clary.
Thank everybody for coming out. My name is Toker Clary. I'm extremely happy to be here. I'm extremely happy to be on this card with his tremendous talent. I'm happy to be on the card with my big brother, Demetrius Andrade. You know, I grew up watching him. I grew up being in the ring with him. He beat me a few times. My man Daniel Connor beat me a few times in the gym. So now I'm on the same card as them. You know, I'm just trying to do my best. And I belong here, you know, and I work extremely hard. I want to thank my team, the Real Deal, Evander Holyfield team, my man Seth, my manager Seth, Eric Bentley, you know, my whole squad for always believing in me and getting me to this point. Another person I look up to is my man right there, Tevin's Mr. Successful, Mr. Never Give Up. You know, I watch how he came up in this game. It's not easy. A lot of us fighters, we work extremely hard to get to this point, and I promise you, come fight night, Toker Clary definitely gonna be fighting for world title. Thank you.
Thank you, Tocker. His opponent is an undefeated fighter from the UK, out of the world-famous Ingle Gym. Kell Brook and Billy Joe Saunders train alongside him. A big opportunity for him to go and fight for the world title. From the UK, Kid Galahad.
Hi, I'd like to thank Eddie and Matchroom Boxing, The Zone TV. October the 20th, we're not here to play marbles, we're here to take over. So, you know, October the 20th, I'm not looking to, you know, go in there and tip-tap. I'm coming to hate you. I'm coming to hate you real bad.
Sounds good.
Yeah, believe. You know, my boy Billy Joe Saunders here. You know what this is.
The red jackets are here.
This clown, this guy's a clown. Barry be knocking him out very soon. But believe me, I'm not joking.
It tastes good as well. It tastes good.
And
we look cute, but we're mean motherfuckers.
The red jackets are here.
There's an Instagram, man.
we'll see. All right, we'll see. Just make sure you don't pull out. Just make sure you don't pull out. Thank you.
Yes, good man. I'll buy you one. I'll buy you a sloppy Joe.
You two will get your chance in a minute. I think we might be here sometime when you get the mic, you two. Right. Another World Championship fight on the card. People talk about stories in boxing. These two have great stories. First off, they suffered early losses in their careers. They stayed patient, they stayed focused. Now James Tennyson from Belfast gets the opportunity to challenge for the world title. And this young man in Tevin Farmer is a real gem of the boxing world. Just won the IBF super featherweight title out in Australia. Huge fights for him in the super featherweight division. But first, he must overcome a fearsome puncher from Belfast. We know about the Irish support here in this town. It's going to be an amazing atmosphere. And first of all, I'd like to welcome up the challenger for the IBF super featherweight title, James Tennyson.
Thank you. It's amazing to be here involved in such a massive night of boxing. You know, some huge fights lined up. Fighting for the IBF world title here in Boston. You know, it's amazing. Boston's a great place, but I'd say it's going to get a whole lot better when I come over here on Fight Night and become champion of the world. I'd like to thank all the guys from Matchroom, Dazin, Mark and Lab, etc., who's got me here tonight. Thank you.
And a pleasure to be working alongside Lou DeBella with Tevin Farmer and to introduce Tevin Farmer and call up Alex Dombrov from DeBella Events.
Well, first of all, thank you to Eddie, thank you to DAZN Perform Group, the Boston Garden, everyone who made this event happen. Just a really quick point before I bring up Tevin. Yesterday we announced a partnership between Matchroom USA and DeBella Entertainment to work on Tevin Farmer's next several fights. And those who know a lot about boxing social media know that Lou DeBella and Eddie have occasionally traded barbs on social media. And Lou actually made a comment yesterday at the press conference we had in New York about how odd it was to see us working together. But as a staff member of DeBell Entertainment, I think it's important to say that, like, it's not that surprising, because when you look at the staff that Eddie has and who they have put these deals together, you know, from my counterpart, Sean, Josh Roy, Kevin, Frank, Anthony, like, it's just a first-class team. It's a pleasure to be working with you guys, so I really appreciate Eddie, and I really appreciate you having us. So I'm still jet-lagged from my trip to Australia 2 weeks ago. I don't know about you, buddy. But it was only about 2 weeks ago we just got off a plane from winning the World Championship against Billy Dibb in Sydney, Australia. And I don't think Tevin had even gotten on the plane yet, and he was talking about what was next for him. He already get me back in the ring as soon as possible. I want to be back in the gym on Monday. And I don't know how serious he was, but Lou went to work right away on making a deal. And a lot of credit to Eddie for stepping up and making this fight happen as quickly as he did. It's very rare to see a fighter win a world championship and then come back 2.5 months later and defend the title for the first time. But it's a credit to Tevin and his desire to fight. It's a credit to Eddie for seeing the value in Tevin and bringing us over here and creating this partnership. And it's a credit, by the way, to Tevin's team, which is led by Chino Rivas down there, who's one of the best trainers in boxing, for having the confidence to turn Tevin around, for saying it doesn't matter who we fight. It's fine fighting an Irish guy in Boston. There's no problem. Bring on the next guy. We're ready to start this process of defending a world championship. And, you know, one of the few fighters who I truly, truly consider a friend is Tevin Farmer. It's an absolute honor to be here with him, to introduce him, and to have played some small part in making this partnership between DeBell Entertainment and Matchroom happen. So I'd now like to introduce the IBF Super Featherweight Champion of the world, Tevin, the American Idol Farmer.
It's been a long time coming, a long time. First, I want to thank God for the opportunity. I want to thank everybody that came out today. Eddie, big shout out to you. Matchroom, Lou DeBella, The Zone. But you know, oh, he's right here, baby. October 20th, man, we coming to bring in pain. The last time I fought in Boston was 2014. I fought a guy, Manny Gonzalez, and that was when I changed my life. So I don't know much about my opponent, but what I do know is people don't make it to this level for no reason. So I know he's definitely going to come to fight, and he want to beat Tevin Farmer. You know, Tevin Farmer for these past couple of years been one of the hottest fighters in the world. But to beat me, honestly, that night, you're going to have to bring a knife and a gun, because it ain't going to be easy. I'm coming to bring the pain, and make sure you bring your A game, buddy. Thank you.
Another World Championship event, the WBA and the IBF Women's Lightweight title. There's always a lot of talk about women's boxing and, you know, are you going to put more women's fights on? Forget male or female. It's about entertainment. It's about quality. It's about great fights and great fighters. And in this fight, we have two great fighters. Again, it's a pleasure to be working with Alex and Lou DeBella, with Cindy Serrano. And I'm going to welcome up Cindy now to say a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger for the IBF and WBA world title, Cindy Serrano.
Hey guys, I'd like to thank Jason and Match. I also like to thank Lou DeBella and my team Serrano, and also Katie's team. Katie is a tremendous fighter. She's a hard worker, so I know it's not going to be an easy fight, but it's going to be a great fight. I'm a great fighter myself. I'm training hard, and not only can we fight, but we look good doing it. So we're going to prove that women can fight and we look good doing it.
Now, this young lady probably won't tell you so, but legend is not a word that I think you drop lightly. This young lady out of Bray in Ireland was a 5-time amateur world champion, 6-time European amateur champion, a 2012 Olympic gold medalist, and right now has already captured the WBA and IBF World Championships. She is, in my opinion, not just the biggest star in women's boxing, but one of the biggest stars in the sport of boxing. An absolute credit to the sport, to herself, and of course to the people of Ireland, where she is, quite honestly, the queen of Ireland. I am so pleased she gets a chance to fight in Boston. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Katie Taylor.
Thank you so much, Eddie. It's great to be here. I absolutely love this city. I love Boston, and this is going to feel like a homecoming fight for me because of all the Irish people here. I just want to thank Cindy for taking this fight. This is going to be an incredible fight. These are the fights that I absolutely relish. It's going to make for such an exciting fight. Yeah, it's a privilege to be on this platform with this great talent, and October 20th is going to be a super night of boxing, and I can't wait. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Now on to the, I'm gonna lose this thing because these two guys don't need this thing, right? They're chilled out, they're relaxed. And first of all, when we moved into the US market, we wanted entertaining fighters. We wanted great fighters, elite fighters, people that I believe could go on and dominate divisions. And in Demetrius Andrade, I think we have just that. This fight is one of the best fights to be made, not just in the middleweight division, but in boxing. Two of the very best 160 pounders out there. Billy Joe is one of the great middleweights right now, the reigning WBO world champion. He's from England, but right now our boy Demetrius Andrade is here to try and become a 3-time champion of the world. He looks good, he can fight good. Ladies and gentlemen, from Providence, but today from Boston, a big round of applause for the challenger for the WBO middleweight championship of the world, Demetrius Andrade.
Oh, this is sexy. Now we're looking. Don't throw them pants in the crowd, Demetrius.
Tall, black, and handsome is here, yes. And good thing I can fight too. But yeah, man, it's definitely gonna be an honor fighting at the Garden, man. It's big. Celtics, the Bruins, Boston, the biggest fight fans, the biggest sports supporters out here, and we're giving you guys the best fight of boxing this year, October 20th. You have to be there. You have to see it. For those who don't know, Billy Joe Saunders, yes, he is a great fighter. Southpaw, undefeated, ugly looking. But he can fight. Good record, yes, he is.
27-0. Hey!
Hey, sounds good, sounds good. The red coats are here. But your boy Demetrius Andrade always comes through. Never have I failed to come out without the victory.
We both failed in Olympic Games.
I got cheated.
Hey!
Clearly. You're lucky you wasn't in my weight, because I would have.
I was in your weight. I was in your weight. I was. Yeah, I was.
Well, I didn't see you. They seen me.
You see me on the 20th, looking at you.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, man, it's definitely look at this guy. He's entertaining himself. It's gonna be an entertaining fight leading up to the fight. I'm just glad to be here working with Eddie Hearns. Man, he's doing great things out here. He's bringing boxing to where it needs to be at this highest level when you compete with other sports like football, basketball, baseball, etc. But none of them sports is like boxing. It takes one. It's only you. And the best man's going to win. And that's it.
I'll take over for me. Sit down.
Billy, just...
Listen.
Go ahead.
First of all, I've got to give the man respect. Got to give him credit. Got to give his full team credit. I'd like to thank The Zone, Eddie Hearn, for putting this show on. Such a big fight. Listen, the two main men at the weight at the minute is Golovkin and Canelo, and to be fair, that neither of them, really want to fight me or this man. To be personal, there is a smoke and mist.
That's because you run a lot.
There is a smoke and a mist around the middleweight division, and when it clears up, I will be standing there. But I just want to point out one thing. I don't know if this man's come as Karate Kid today or Papa Smurf. But like I say, I'll give him credit and say Karate Kid. He's got them lovely boots on as well. I'm sure them spindle legs can carry them heavy boots. But listen, what I want to say is, listen, all jokes aside, all bullshit, all trash talk, this is going to be a very, very good fight. Do anybody really want to fight Demetrius Andrade, Golovkin, Canelo, Jacobs, etc.? No. Do anybody want to fight me? No. It seems that me and this man have to fight to prove, to see who the number one is. I believe that sitting here now, and I'm not saying he's sitting there or I'm sitting there, because I bum lick or ass lick nobody, but technically we are the two best in the division, and the winner of this fight will be proved to be number one. like I say. And I know for 100% fact, like he said, he's never failed, he's never done this. We're the same age, roughly. He's 30, I'm 28, but I'm world champion. I've been a little bit more active than him. I've boxed better opposition than him. You know, I will be the #1. But to prove that,
who you fight?
I have to beat this man.
Who did you
fight?
I have
to beat this man.
Name one person you fought.
But the only good reference you got. Yeah, David Lemieux's a bum. He's a bum. David Lemieux's a bum. David Lemieux is a bum. He's not worth talking about. I don't take no credit for beating David Lemieux, because someone can't beat a little midget this big, then they're doing something wrong. So that's all I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that I've been in with world-class opposition.
It's funny.
They all go on about Chris Eubank, another one, I dealt with him. They're going about Andy Lee, I dealt with him. Willie Monroe, no heart, no bottle, no desire to win. But that's one thing I've got, is desire. But before I would sign up to lose this fight, on my kid's life, I'd rather die in a plane crash on the way home than lose to this man, because there's too much at stake. I am #1 and I will prove it. But thank you very much to Boston. Thank you very much to Matchroom. Thank you very much to all you boys. And I'll see you all on the night. And you all cheer me on. Boston can pimp me up for the night. Let's go.
Yeah, they're going to pick you up from the floor. The ambulance is going to come through.
They can pimp me up.
They're going to pick you up. The ambulance, when I get done with you. It sounds good. Sounds good.
I just don't want to see none of this, yeah? Karate Kid.
It sounds good, but we all know who's going to stay on top.
Nah, listen. You stay on top because you ain't boxed for a year. I can't remember the last time you boxed.
When you boxed? You boxed for a year?
8 months
It's
ago.
about the same time.
It's about the same time. 8 months and 12 months. There's a bit of difference. There's a bit of difference.
So therefore you should have no excuses.
All right, can I ask you a question? Who's the best person you beat?
Best person I beat?
Yeah.
It's going to be you.
No, I know.
It's going to be you.
To this day, who is the best? Who is the best you beat?
Yes, Varnes.
How many losses did he have?
None.
No?
33-0 with 30 knockouts.
Oh, yeah, good. Okay.
But you are going down, my friend.
Good. You are going down, boy. I'm going to show you. I'm going to school you. And listen, for all you fans, do you know the little miss? I will do this when I box him. You will see it. I'll do it for
Show up, because your boy is going to put this boy out. That's all I'm saying. Show up.
You're from Providence. These are from Boston. These are Bostoners.
Real quick. I want to shout out a few people real quick in the audience that I see. You know what I'm saying? Some other boxers that put their life on the line. You know what I'm saying? Alex Rivera, Rashidi Ellis over there in the back, undefeated. That man right there got fast hands. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Conception, he's 1-0. You know what I'm saying? There you go. You know what I mean? We got Anthony Marcella. Undefeated fighter 2 from your hometown. These are other people that's in this crowd that support boxing, that is boxing. And you also look into these guys' people. These people.
Listen, the main thing is that both of us come out the ring safe. That's the main thing, #1.
Oh yeah. Oh,
number two.
Abraham, my bad. Abraham right there.
Abraham, my bad. Go on, Abraham.
Guys, just a quick.
And I would say all the sexy women out there, I'll give you all the shout out as well. All the good-looking women, you know where you're at. All I know, there you are. You there, the sexiest of them all. You there, that's the one. I want you.
Vote Demetrius Andrade. He's tall, black, and handsome.
Where are you from?
It look like somebody smacked some shit on his face.
Where are you from?
Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Who do you want to win? You. Hey! 1-0.
Guys, jokes aside, this is such an important fight in boxing in the division. Billy Joe, how do you beat Demetrius Andrade on October the 20th?
I think. Listen, to be fair, I just think that I have to be me. See, a lot of people, they get in the ring, underestimate things, and I think if I come out, turn up to be me, Billy Joe Saunders at my 100% best, it's good enough to beat him. And that's all I have to say. I mean, he's a great fighter. Like I said, I'll give him credit. He's been avoided. I've been avoided. And, our paths have tracked and we have to fight. So the winner of this, in my eyes, is #1.
Demetrius, just quickly, how do you beat Billy Joe? Is this a 12-round fight, or do you win inside the distance?
Fights, man, go either way. We're getting in shape for 12 rounds. And I know I have the bigger dog inside me than Billy Joe, and I will let that unleash come October 20th, and you're going to see. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
You look like a pit bull. You look like a pit bull now. With that nose ring, you look like a fighting pit bull. You look like a fighting pit bull.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys.
No.
This dude's a clown, though. He's a clown.
We could do this all day.
Mr. Potato Head. Look at that nose. Look at that nose. Look at that nose. You can see, look at that nose, man. You can never get lost with a nose like that.
Okay.
This man is a fireman who saves people's lives.
Thank you for what you do. Yeah, with your nose.
Right. We could do this all day, but we got to get out of here at some point.
It's good. It's all good.
The mayor wants his stage back. Okay, guys.
It's
Just thank
all
me.
good, it's all good.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you, MTK, for making this fight happen as well. Guys, I cannot thank you enough. October the 20th, you will see the biggest night of boxing this city has ever seen. Turn up, show up. We want to show you how we do things for boxing. We are going to have a party in the TD Arena on October 20th with all these guys that deserve so much respect. Don't miss it on DAZN. This is where it's happening, the home of boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, the supporting cast, the main event. Let's hear it for all these guys up on the stage, and let's get behind these fighters on October 20th. Thank you for showing up.
Right down in the front here, please. Face to face, please, guys.
Punch him! Punch him! Yeah!
Cheers, guys.
Heels up, Billy Joe. Big heels up. And down!
Right down here, please. Right down here. And still.
No!
One of those two cameras.
Yes! And still! Yes! Yeah, look up, chump. That's it, Billy. He's got his heels on, Billy. He's got his heels on, Bill. You got your Christmas sweater on. Get more drinks. Yes, Billy. Yes! Yes, Billy Joe. I'm shooting. Stretch your value. Don't get arrested by the fashion police, it's low. Where you think that looking? Don't get arrested by the fashion police. You need a little. Make sure you turn up 20 of them. You need a liberal, sucker. What you think they do? We're going to take way back to the right, sit down.
He looks good. I don't know if I want to beat him or fuck him.
I knew something was wrong with you guys. Oh, man. Look a little cheese.
Yes!
Yes, Billy, yeah!